Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. If you've already finished your day, I hope you've had a good day. If you're halfway through your day, I hope that your day is going to plan and the final stages of it is not too tricky. If your day's ended and you are trying to unwind, I hope that you are able to relax and chill as we have a chat. We live in a world where we're told this is what you need to aspire to be. This idea is one, for a lot of us, is one that stems back to our early childhood, where our parents told us you had to be a scientist, you had to be an engineer, you had to be a doctor, you had to join the Marine, if you were in my case. And the direction of travel sometimes is often shady. It's almost as though you're given a puzzle with missing parts. The puzzle is so hollow that you can hardly make sense of it. You know exactly the destination, but you don't understand the route to get there. Or even if that destination is one that you believe in or you really want to get to. For some of us, we have a different idea of what we would like our life to turn out to be. But because of this pressure to conform and obey, we did that anyway. And we get to the stage where we've achieved this goal, and it's almost as though, now what? I've dedicated my life to doing this because I needed to please this person or that person, but now I'm here. Now what? And it's almost as though we are lost. We're lost even though we should be happy. I think this kind of goes in with what a lot of us struggle with within society today. It goes in because for a lot of us, our idea of perfection in the past, why it has been this abstract thing, we now have a physical image that we think it should be. For some people, it is about this couple, they're the perfect couple, and that's what everybody should aspire to be. Or this individual is the perfect specimen, and that's what everybody should aspire to be. We create this societal view that this is it, and everybody that doesn't quite conform to this is silly or incompetent or lack aspiration. But this is where it gets tricky, because when those models that we've got then fail or fall short, for some people they do one or two things. They would either make excuses for why that has happened and blame society for attacking these people that haven't quite believed it, therefore picking on these people, rather than actually recognizing that the expectations that had been placed on them was unfair and unrealistic in the first place. Or they would just argue in disbelief because they can't possibly believe that these people can be human in the first place. Humans with flaws, humans that are capable of making mistakes, just like you and I. The idea of perfection, I worry, is one that restricts a lot of us. It restricts a lot of us because we see it as a final destination, when in actual fact we need to rethink that view. Shouldn't it be one of continual pursuit? Bear with me for a moment. If we go back into our early childhood, there is a common trend which kind of goes through the whole stage of humanity. We were born without being able to speak or understand our environment. Then we progress into a stage where we can speak. But even though we can speak, our ability to fully communicate how we feel and what it is that we would like to happen is hampered because of our lack of understanding and awareness of where we're at, of who we are, of who the people we're with truly are and how they communicate. But then we grasp that, and then we begin to communicate better. In terms of effectiveness, there is still a question around that, because within a household, we still struggle to understand each other. And even if we do understand each other, there's always a set of expectation from each individual party on whose view is more appealing and should be listened to. And that's just within a household. Now think about now breaking that out into the community. It gets even more tricky. I suppose the point I'm trying to make is that shouldn't the idea of perfection be one of continual progression? Perfection should be about stages. I've completed this task. I'm better at this now. What next? I've completed this task. I'm better at this now. What next? I can walk. I can ride a bike. I've studied as an engineer. But that's okay. It doesn't mean I'm now entirely complete as a human. That's fine. I can still be able to learn other skills. Perfection is about continually putting ourselves out there to learn and get better. And shouldn't perfection be one that we continue to pursue and not one we think has already been accomplished? Because if that's the case, we're always going to fall short, because we are humans with flaws, humans that are capable of making mistakes. And when we do make these mistakes, it is okay to be sorry, and it is okay to pick ourselves up again and go, okay, got that wrong. We start again. Like a child, when they want to walk, they've begun to walk just when they feel they're getting confident to be able to do it, and then they drop. And you're like, damn, that hurts. I thought I got this, but I haven't quite got it. We pick ourselves up again and we continue to go. The thing there is, are we gonna let other people define what perfection looks to us, or are we gonna define that for ourselves? Because when we let other people define it for us, then that fall and sitting on the ground takes a lot longer. But when we define what it is that we would like to achieve, it takes not as long. But that doesn't mean the fall hasn't happened. It means that we are able to forgive ourselves a lot quicker and understand that not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to like us. Not everybody's going to want to be around us, but that's okay. It is okay, because this is me. And if you don't get it or want to accept it, it is okay, because there is somebody else that is more likely to be aligned with your thinking, your views, your way of embracing the world. So was my description of perfection? It is that I am flawed. I am not the tallest. I'm not the shortest. I'm not the loudest. I'm quiet. And it takes me a little while to process information for me to be able to spit it back out in terms of what I understand of that information. And sometimes I might use a few more words than other people would. But maybe that's because that's how I make sense of the information I process. And if you're like that, there is nothing wrong with that, because you're perfect the way you are. Yes, I am able to be introverted but still make friends. When I'm out, I can engage with other people, but at the same time, I like to spend time alone and enjoy my own company. For some of us, maybe we just don't like going out as much as other people do, because maybe we've already done that before, or maybe we just don't enjoy it as much. Maybe we just want to use our time to do other things. That doesn't mean socializing is not important, but it just means that it's not a priority. But we do allow ourselves to socialize, because as human beings, we need those social interactions. What was your idea of perfection? And how has that been holding you back? It'd be good to know, because I think we could all learn from each other and not let our current position or situation deter us from what it is that we would like to achieve, pursue, because of societal standards of what it is we should and shouldn't do. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Until next time, make sure you like and stay safe. It has been Kings. Peace. Bye for now.